Hi, my name is Michael White here at JTech. We're going to talk about engine performance a little bit and some of the sensors that affect that. Right here we have a scan tool hooked up. We're going to look at short-term fuel trim, long-term fuel trim, and the injector pulse width cycle, or pulse width for cylinder number 1. Pretty much there's what's called a stoichiometric fuel ratio, which is what's considered a perfect air to fuel mixture for emissions reasons and to get a complete combustion. And in order to keep that fuel ratio, the manufacturers, or ever since OBD2 came out, we've used oxygen sensor, or actually a series of oxygen sensor, but the main one we're going to talk about is the first one right at the exhaust manifold after the combustion chamber. So it's getting all of that exhaust gas and measuring the oxygen in the inside of the exhaust compared to the outside of the exhaust. And so it can use that and tell, all right, hey, there's too much oxygen or there's not enough oxygen. And it uses that to go back to the PCM. The PCM will then either increase the injection pulse width or decrease the injection pulse width to add more or take away fuel. And the stoichiometric fuel ratio is 14.7 to 1, which is 14.7 parts air to 1 part fuel. And let's see, short-term fuel trim, that's immediate, what's happening right now. So when you're seeing those negative numbers, that's the sensor saying, hey, there's too much gas, it's a lean mixture, I'm taking away some fuel. Long term, that's more of an average of a overall picture. So if I see 3.9 long term, I can tell for the most part this engine's been running lean and it's been trying to compensate for it. It's 3.9 is probably just about maxed out. Now things that can cause lean mixtures is a vacuum leak, too much air, not enough fuel. Rich mixture is just the opposite, not enough air, too much fuel. So it can be like a leaky injector, things like that. Or also if your mass airflow sensor isn't working. Let's see, what else we're going to talk about. Oh, also there's loop status. There's 2 loop statuses, open and close. And in the mornings when your car's cold, before the oxygen sensors run at 600 degrees, that's the temperature they have to get up to where they can read accurately and give proper readings back to the PCM. Now, before they can get to that temperature, if you don't have what's called a heated oxygen sensor that has its own little heating element in there, before it gets to 600, the car's in open loop. What open loop is the car ignores the sensors and just gives a standard amount of fuel and air to let the car warm up. And when the O2 sensor does warm up though to 600 degrees, then it goes into closed loop. Closed loop is when it's using all of its sensors and it's maintaining that 14.7 to 1 ratio, and it's burning off all the emissions and it's got its most fuel efficiency, and that's about it.